What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG. We're back with some Edison. Today we have round 3 of Collectible Exchanges Switch 2 tournament, and we have myself playing Machina versus Jibron, who is on Kristyasworn. So it's gonna be a really fun match. Jibron is a great guy. Every time I see him, he presents really good vibes. So I was really happy I got the chance to play against him. Oh, he's gonna go Charge of the Light Brigade, mill 3. He already has the Lumina in hand, so he's like, oh, I already have Lumina. Like, what the hell do I get? What does he get? I think he gets maybe Arcus. Arcus could be a good target. Turns off deep prisons, turns off maybe if he's thinking about Compulse, Caius, all those things. Gold Sarcophagus will be used. He's gonna look for a JD. Yeah, this is still pretty fresh in my mind. Usually when I cast over replays, like it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, so I kind of forget like what happens, especially if I like when it's like my replays, like I kind of know what happens. But this, I want to be able to like bring it out to you guys ASAP, just while it's like fresh, you know what I mean? So he's gonna go Lumina, mill 3, 1, 2, 3. Gareth activates 1, 2, and he hits a Celestia, so he gets to draw one. Lightsworns, I actually have extremely hard time against that deck. It is not a good time. If you can't slow them down, if you can't stop their milling in time, they'll just drop their bombs and you're just you know, you're gonna die. Like you know, they're just gonna one-shot you after they set up. So right here is my first mistake of the game. I have Trap Dust Shoot set, but my greed wants to go for that JD, and I was thinking, well, I want to be able to pick off his target. Maybe I can keep this set here long enough to pick it out of the off the field. But what you should be thinking about is I should look to slow him down as much as possible, and this Trap Dust Shoot should really be activated. He's gonna go Lila, see, yeah, target this, and then now he can go Celestia. And now he only has 2 cards. He sees the Dust Shoot, he's like, huh? Why didn't you why didn't you activate it? He's like, you greedy. Yeah, I was super greedy. So now he only has 2 cards I can't activate it, and now he's just got a ton of pressure on the field. So learning lesson here. Just activate the Dust Shoot. Maybe you can protect your cards. Regardless, my Lila was gonna go down anyways, but you know, maybe you slow down the clock at least. No Celestia. But yeah, we're just gonna take a ton of damage right here. And during the end phase, he's gonna try to refuel his hand, mill 3, mill 2. Bam! 1. Draws another card. That Gareth is putting in work. Alright, so what we got? We got some Torrentials. We've got Pot of Avarice that's not quite there yet. A Gear Frame. Okay, Gale. Okay, this Gale, this is mistake 2. Gale needs to shrink the Celestia because you gotta slow down the burn. Gale's already strong enough to run over Lumina, so there's really no point. Like, yeah, if he honors you, it does 1,000 damage instead of 500, but still, it's, you want to make the Celestia smaller for sure. All right, here comes JD, and I think This will seal the deal. I do have torrential though, so we can wipe this board. Maybe buy us another turn to get into a pot of avarice. Here goes JD. Pay 1,000. Torrential. And the Kristya is there. He has 1, 2. Yeah, he's got 4. He's gonna be able to normal summon this, and then wipe out the rest of my life points. I think Orange Light has like 100, 200 attack power. But yeah, bunch of mistakes made that game, and these little mistakes add up. Like what? And like the players who are topping, they don't make these mistakes, or at least they make them not as often. Having 2 mistakes like that in the first game does not bode well for my chances of winning this match. All right, we will go Card Trooper, mill 3, hit 2 monsters, so we're a little less than halfway there for Pot of Avarice, which is great. And I don't think I have a back row to set, unfortunately. Ooh, recharge with the wolf. Mill 1, mill 2. So he's got 2 fairies, 2 fairies and 2 names. So he's halfway there. So we're getting close to dangerous territory. We will take, I believe, 700 right here. But at least we get to draw a card. So as the job, as the non-Lightsworn player, we need him to stop milling, and we need to control the names engraved. MST is going to take care of this threatening roar. So if he has like a small-ish monster, even Arcus or Aaron would be good. He's going to take a look at this hand. We've got Fortress, Fossil, Soul Release, Lightning, My Body is a Shield, and Mirror Force. So he has to decide between those 2 monsters. I think his rationale is, well, if he draws a machine, this Fortress comes live. Right? He draws a Gear Frame, it comes live. He draws Machina Force and Machina Fortress, they all become live. Pretty much the only thing he's really think of is, can I deal with these fossil dinos? And if he can, then by all means return the Machina Fortress. But I wouldn't be able to special that card anyways until the fortress, or until the fossils leave the field. I think he ends up with this Fortress. Yeah, Kristyasworn is one hell of a deck. When Paul plays it, it is disgusting. I did not like playing against this Kristyasworn. For some reason, when he played it, it just seemed like the most busted thing ever. Alright, so we have Lightning Vortex, Soul Release, My Body, and Mirror Force. And I guess we just go to town. Honest is there. We're going to take 700 again. And then I think we... What does he have? 2 cards in hand. Maybe we Soul Release right here, slow him down. Because if he does get another like Soul Recharge or Charge, we might be in trouble with the amount of names that are already engraved. He's halfway there. So if we can just burn it now, like we don't get to burn 5, but 3 is, you know, almost there, so why not? We'll set Mirror and pass. He knows Mirror is there, but he has to play into it, unless he has like he draws like a Lila. He's so we know he has Honest. He sets Honest. That's the hurdle we have to get past now. We need a body that's bigger than 19, but needs to be normal summon. So the only monsters that do that is pretty much a attributed Fortress or a Caius. Or a Cyber Dragon. You could do that too. Here comes Caius. He's gonna get rid of this wall. And then now we go on to defensive. 1224. He's got Foolish, Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm, probably not sure if he wants to use it, just because he has 2 of his own back row as well. And that might be pretty important for him to get out of this position. Threatening Roar is gonna preserve some of his life points. Yeah, especially if it's Threatening Roar, he can buy some time. Ooh, Cold Wave, another sweeper. He's got MST, Heavy Storm, and Cold Wave. So he has all the sweepers, but he doesn't have the setup. And this is where we want to be as the Machina player. So we swing over this Honest, swing for 12 on the Dyna. Yeah, he has to set another Threatening Roar. Attack, threatening, because he has to since he's at 2k. Draw. It is Celestia. Oh no. Another brick. But no way to special summon, no way to run over this fossil. The last cards he drew was like Cold Wave, Heavy Storm. It's just the cards did not line up. If he drew like any monster, he was probably fine. Run over, Fossil Dyna, Heavy Storm, like Wolf, Celestia, like his hand would have been just fine. So game 3, this is for all the marbles. He's gonna start off with a solar recharge. Very good start. A second recharge. Holy moly, we are in trouble. So we have, I believe, 2 fairies in Krystya and then 2 names as well. Was that? Yeah, 2 fairies, 2 names. Just like game 2, he's like halfway there. So we got our work cut out for us. All right, Dust Shoot. This is the only matchup I actually keep Dust Shoot in, just because I want as many ways as to stop their milling, or if I'm able to rip the bombs out of their hand like Krystya or JD, then I want those like more unfair cards. Against decks like Black Wings or I guess GBs is okay too, but Black Wings mainly value. I'm like, whatever, I can deal with whatever you bring out. I'm gonna get rid of this card trooper. I believe I have the Bottomless Trap Hole set, so that will deal with the Aaron. Ryko Pops Monster. It is a set Kaiku. And here comes Aaron. Bottomless is there. All right. He's got to punch in with 200. I think he has all the names. He just needs to draw the bombs now. We got Lumina. I think I saw Wolf. Lila. Yeah, he's there. That is absolutely insane. He summons the orange light and he's gonna go to town. Okay. We do 2-5. I guess he could have gone into Armory Arm if he really wanted to. He could have made it into like a 3-turn clock or 4-turn clock. But we're gonna take, I think, was it 500 each time? So we take 500 twice. No bodies to block the way. Okay, he increases the clock. Honest is a lot beefier than these small dudes. I'm gonna take, I think, 1600. Yeah, 1600. This is a lot more threatening than just those 2 small monsters. And he's fine with just swinging with these. Even if I were to try to move past them, the Honest is there to protect him if he would like to. We gotta draw a body. We've been drawing like Machina Force, Pot of Avarice, like brick on brick on brick. Pot of Avarice is a great card, but if you don't get your milling going, then it does absolutely nothing. And once again, we will just pass. Here comes Honest. So this is like a 3-turn clock. We're gonna take 2 and 3, another 500. But we're just like, you know what? I'm done with this. No more. No more Honest. I'm done with your shenanigans. Looks like we have what? Caius, Machina Force, maybe Cyber Dragon. Oh, I didn't reset the life points from last time. I was like, is it really at 2,000? I was like, no way. Discard special. Discard Machina Force special, the Fortress that was pitched with Karma Cut. Now we're going to be able to run it in. But this Mirror Force is going to deal with our boss monster. And we're back to square one. Ooh, but we do have the Machina gear frame. This is going to be able to block these 500 swingers. And then we can add the Machina Force back. I think right here we should just... Yeah, ditch. Okay. I wasn't sure if I did that or not. Bring out the Fortress just because we're kind of low. And maybe the spell or trap we have in the back row doesn't do anything for us. Oh no, I remember. I have Starlight Road set. So I'm trying to bait him into using a Heavy Storm. But he already has the MST set, so he might just ping one and then ping the other with the Heavy Storm that's already in hand. Yeah, this is a very close game 3. I haven't done any life point damage to him, but he still hasn't drawn his JD bomb, and we can still special summon, which is great. Okay, MST gear frame. And then Heavy Storm. Yeah. So he already had the MST set. He might as well have gone in that direction. He's gonna crash his Cataster, triggering it, and then my Fortress will go down. It looks like I'm at 45 actually. I think I just didn't reset my life points from last game. So 8,000 to 45. We're gonna special summon Cyber Dragon into Chimera Tech, and then Pot of Avarice everything back. Finally, we get to use this card that's been in our hand since turn 1. You know, this tournament, I was playing with 3 Caius, right? And I did really well in a tournament last year with 3 Caius, double trap stun, triple D prison, right? It was really good, but I think players have gotten a lot better since then. Sticking a body onto the board, like players now, they'll fight tooth and nail to keep you with 0 bodies. They will not give you anything. Okay, we're getting close. We might be able to strike him, hit him, do some damage. We're gonna get a Machina Force that we Pot of Avarice back. That's pretty much what the deck does. It specials Fortress a bunch, send the gear frames and Machina Forces back, do it all over again. So we're gonna do 3,800 damage. Gareth is gonna try to come in, but the Compulse is there. So if we can protect this Fossil Dino that JD and Krystya cannot hit the field, We're gonna do 12, 2, but he's gonna negate the 2, and then 18. I think I tried to kind of trick him right there because I did have Caius, so I was seeing if he would let the 2 come in that order, but and we'll set a card and pass. Now the Fossil Diner is vulnerable. The Gareth is gonna be able to swing over him, and with that, he also has access to the JD. So JD will pay 1,000. Only has 1 activation left, and then he's gonna mill a bunch. So there's still some fight left in the decks. Foolish Burial, the orange light, that's 4 fairies. He's gonna drop the Kristya, and he's gonna add it back to hand. Yeah, mills a bunch, passes. So we're in big trouble. He's like, "What do you got? What do you got for me, Aaron?" I got both my boss monsters on here. You can't special summon. What can you do? So I set 2, and I dare him to attack. He's gonna put 1 in defense, just in case, because if we do have the Mirror Force, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Eventually you will get there, so playing like this is, I think, is ideal. When you put them both in attack position, it is a lot riskier. He's gonna Cold Wave and pass. Okay, tribute for Caius. He will blow it up with orange light. And so right here, I was watching this in my bed, right? And I was like, I remember this moment because like it was so hype. But we're under Cold Wave, and I had already forgot he activated the Cold Wave. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to activate Torrential. And then we didn't know what would happen with this interaction, but we had already Jibron and myself forgot Cold Wave was active, and yeah, this torrential shouldn't have flipped at all. And yeah, I was sitting there in my bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm under Cold Wave, and I was so sad because like this moment was, it was everything. Like I wipe his board, and then the last piece of my hand is Machina Force, which I pitch and strike him for game. So Alberto like goes to judge, goes to Leo to ask, and yeah, like we totally forget the Cold Wave is there. I was so sad, man, because like, you know, I really like Jibron, and I didn't want to do that to him. I didn't do it intentionally, but like, you know, seeing this, my heart broke, and I was like, man, like, you know, I didn't deserve to win this game. But yeah, we both forgot the Cold Wave was active. I think moving forward, whenever I see a Cold Wave, I'm just gonna grab the Cold Wave and put it in the center of the map. That way we see that both players are under Cold Wave. Because I don't want that to ever happen again. Yeah. That was the Hail Mary. Like if I couldn't wipe this board right there, obviously I would die. I had nothing else. But yeah, like, it wasn't even that long. We already forgot that Cold Wave was there. It's crazy. But yeah, that's a big learning lesson for me. Right here though, I believe he was at 1200. A line that I could have done was to tribute this gear frame for Caius, burn with Caius for 1,000, leaving him with just JD, and then with that, he wouldn't have been able to blow up the board. So let's see. Yeah, so I might have had enough bodies to win if I did that line. So let's see. I think I had Caius, Machina Force, Caius, Machina Force. So if I really wanted to, right? You go Kais over this, burn for 1,000. I guess it doesn't matter because he's gonna drop. I think he dropped the JD. He's gonna drop the JD, and the Kristya follows right after. So I think the only thing I can do is set these two past next turn. Flip hamster torrential tribute rather than sacking, or I wouldn't have the Kais anyways be gone. I would flip the hamster torrential tribute and maybe pitch for Machina Force. So if I had, yeah, that would have been, yeah, I wish that was what happened, but me activating Cold Wave or a torrential under Cold Wave was super unfortunate. I feel so bad. But yeah, like I remember playing against Adrian. He was playing Kristyasworn, and he goes Cold Wave, passes to me, and then I like summon Gear Frame Pitch for force, and I try to slam Pot of Avarice. He's like, you can't. I was like, huh? He's like activate Cold Wave. I was like, oh shit, you know, like I don't know. I'm sad though, because this was so epic. Like this game was so cool, but it was all a lie. I feel bad, but it was still a fun match. Things like this happen. Only thing you can do is try to mitigate situations like that in the future. But if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.